So it is Weftie week over at Chelsey Smith Crowns, which, yes, is based off being a Swiftie. So today's prompt, and this is going to get posted probably the day after, but Sunday's prompt was, what was the first purchase you made from Chelsey Smith Crowns? So I wanted to try that on. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but I'm going to try to be posting them every day. I will also post my longer one this week as well. But my first crown purchase almost a year ago to the day was DeVille, and this is a T-part. She is absolutely stunning. Honestly, I still love her so much. When I first started wearing crowns, I was super, super nervous about the part. So I put eyeshadow on her, like black eyeshadow to kind of hide it, which now I wouldn't do. And that can be washed off, but I only wore her like 1 or 2 times, or actually like 3 times. And usually I say to wash them every like 8 times or so. So she hasn't even gotten a wash yet, and she's still in like perfect shape a year later. But I do want to kind of get rid of that because I don't worry as much about the hairline anymore. I know how to kind of mask it a little bit more. I've learned a lot of tricks and tips over the years. But I have a picture of when I first wore her just so you can see. I mean, my confidence changed so much when I found these wigs. I've talked about it before, but I had recently, like a month before ordering, I had chopped off all my hair. Honestly, my hair was like, has always been a really big thing for me. It's always been a huge source of insecurity. I have really, really thin hair. It's never been able to grow. Growing up, like being a cheerleader, like looking at all the girls with like these big, beautiful ponytails, and I just had this like little tiny thing. So I found fake hair very, very young because I was like, oh my gosh, yes, at least I can like fake it. And so I think wigs is kind of the natural evolution for me. But when I chopped off all my hair, I was like, well, if I hate it, I can always wear wigs. And it was kind of a joke, but then I stumbled on Chelsey Smith on TikTok and I was like, holy crap, that's a beautiful wig. I would definitely wear that. So I purchased her just to kind of see what it was all about and immediately fell in love. Like, to say my confidence about my hair changed, like it was my biggest insecurity before, and now I feel like it's like my biggest flex. I love matching my hair to my outfit. I love that I can actually like my bio hair more now because I don't have to be stuck with it, right? If I want to wear it, I can, but it's not like I have to do that. I have all these other amazing options. And to be complimented on something like my hair, which I would have never been complimented on in my whole life, is such a crazy feeling. I hope she comes back because honestly, I feel like people ask for her all the time. She also came in a short version, but I just love that black and white mix. And she kind of reminds me a little bit of the Kylo blend, just the curl pattern wise. But I still love her. So it's really cool to pull out that first crown that you purchased and still really like it. I did also go with this one because she is a black base. And I was so used to wearing black hair. I dyed my hair black for years, worn black extensions. And when you're trying out your first wig, I usually say to go similar to your natural hair color because when you first put that wig on, it is going to feel a little bit weird. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't recognize myself. And I think that's where a lot of people stop and they like, oh, I can't do this. But you just kind of have to push through that and eventually you'll get used to it. I mean, now I wear like every different color imaginable. But at first I went with black because I was so used to wearing that color that it wasn't going to be as jarring for me. And it definitely worked. So let me know in the comments what your first Chelsey Smith Crowns purchase was, what your first wig was. If you haven't purchased and you're looking, let me know what you're thinking of purchasing. And if you've never heard of Chelsey Smith and they're here for the first time and you don't own any wigs, let me know how I can help and make you a believer, believer, Weftie, you see what I'm doing there? Believer in these wigs. You can shop my storefront, which is linked in my profile. So that's just like my main YouTube page. Code is Elizabeth to save you 10%. To get either your first wig or your 200th wig. I mean, I've ordered like 200 something at this point. It's just insane. I'm trying to de-stash right now because I have way too many. But I love this prompt. Let me know what your first CSC crown was or what your first CSC crown could be or will be. Also, I do want to say, if you didn't like your first one, that's totally normal. So this was my first purchase, but my second purchase was a wig called Chestnut, and I didn't like her at all. The color was not right for me. I still have her. Let's try her on. Okay, so this was Chestnut. This was my second crown. Now, I'll be honest, I've done a lot to her. So she was much longer. She had a different curl pattern. I've changed her up. And now I actually like her a lot more. But at first, I just didn't really like the style. It was a little bit too jarring for me to get used to this hair color on me. So I just wanted to say that to say, if you purchase your first one and it's not a hit and you don't like it, don't give up, okay? Because it could just be the style, it could be the hair color, it could just, like I said, be that you're not used to seeing yourself with a wig on, and that will come over time. So that was DeVille. This is Chestnut. She was my technically second purchase with CSC. And then my third purchase was Callie, which is another black crown, because I think I was just not ready to see myself with a completely different hair color yet. And now, like I said, I like her a lot more over time, but she was also super long and super thick, so I changed up her curl pattern a little bit. Just wanted to kind of show you that. I always forget, like I'm used to TikTok where it's like, you gotta be quick, and YouTube, you get a little bit more time to spend with each other. So I wanted to show you this too. So that was day one of Weftie's week. I will be back hopefully every day. I'm really gonna try. I'm giving myself this challenge. So hold me to it. Let me know, like I said, in the comments what your first wig was from Chelsey Smith or what you are thinking of purchasing. Like, share, subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments what you want to see on these videos. I'm really, really enjoying being on YouTube, and I'm so excited to keep being here. Thank you all so much for using my code if you do shop, and commenting, liking, and sharing. I don't know why I keep pointing. I feel like maybe I'm Taylor Swift today. Anyway, Kaylee, bye.